everybody, Johnny Vegan here. Good evening greetings from Little Chute, Wisconsin. Okay, we got loaded a couple hours ago, but I took my time to hang around this little truck stop here because the internet here is just super fast. And with those very long, boring videos that I've been uploading, oh man, don't worry, I'm not going to make a habit of those. Although some of you did give me a good comment on it. As I stated before, that those videos are not really for everyone. But the thing that I really wanted to convey was trucking is not glamorous. If you're in it for the glamour, you better stay home, because glamour only lasts for a season or two. I haven't met anyone that said that their job is glamorous. I bet you movie stars and models don't call their job glamorous. It's a job. Maybe the glamour is the after effect of that job, but certainly not when they're doing it. I mean, but what do I know? Well, one thing I do know is this job. I know this job pretty well. You know what this job and a nursing home, a nursing assistant, a CNA have in common? Take a guess. What does this job, what does truck driving and a CNA have in common? The job I'm talking about. Well, it's a high turnover rate. Let's put it this way. Out of 10 people that go to truck driving school and CNA school, I bet you less than half ultimately goes through with it for life. People in the first year in CNA, my wife tells me, since she is a CNA, that she gets a lot of young people that works at a nursing home, and the first week, first month, they find out the hard way the job is not for them. I don't think it's easy to be wiping somebody's butt, I tell you that. As my wife tells me, a lot of her residents are, 200 to 400 pounds. And you sometimes have to get them up, put them in bed. That's a lot of work. Not to mention that some of them are suffering from Alzheimer's, and they are combatant. They'll punch the daylight out of you. And they're not responsible anymore because they're completely out of their minds. Well, as I said, it's the same thing with truck driving, you know. There's a certain expectation that you think you're going to enjoy. And you're going to hit a brick wall. Look, I'm not trying to discourage you guys. But if I may, if you're in it purely for the glamour, what you think is glamorous, forget it. But then again, most of us, human nature is, unless you scratch the itch, and that itch will never go away, right? Yeah, we know fire is dangerous. We know fire is hot. You know, fire will burn you. But why do we still pay or play with matches? Anyway, we have 385 miles to Indianapolis, Indiana. Our scheduled delivery date and time is tomorrow at 10 a.m. And after that, we are to deadhead to Hamilton, Ohio to pick up a load back to Milwaukee. By the way, I did something crazy this morning. Remember, I went home. I only managed to be home for about 2 hours and I had to go. Well, not too long ago, I saw a billboard that said, "Your wife is hot." So I went home today and bought her an air conditioner for her bedroom. Oh, she's gonna love me more. Is that even possible? Yeah, I don't know if I think I told you this for the second time now, that the air conditioning at the house has quit again. There goes $500, and my wife does not want to spend any more money trying to fix it. She would rather hold off until next spring or summer to get a complete new one. Besides, I think that air conditioner is probably about 15 to 18 years old. I think it's due. I think it's time to go. It seems like a lot of you out there have been giving me good comments about where the camera is, so we're gonna leave it there for a while. flashlight. Holy smokies, Aaron. That is one beautiful, beautiful flashlight. I'm going to have to do somewhat of a simulated unboxing of that video or that flashlight. It's got to be, it is the best flashlight I've ever had. It's amazing. It's rechargeable. It's no joke, man. That thing is high grade. Holy smokies. Thank you. Let's see. Aaron, you asked a question about would I choose an automatic or a manual? You know, for one thing, there is no such thing as an automatic transmission in trucks. It's called auto shift. Basically, an automatic transmission in a truck is not the same as in a car. It's not automatic, but in the truck, it's called auto shift. The computer will shift it just like a manual and a stick would. You would. It's just done by the computer. And with the modern technology now of with the computers, remember, I don't know if you ever watched it, but I did a video a while back last year where me and Pocket Change had exactly has exactly the same truck I did, which is a T680, the same transmission, the same trailer, and we both had exactly the same load, weight for weight. And so me and Pocket Change, the only difference is Pocket Change has a stick or a manual transmission. I had an auto shift. Me and Pocket Change went up to this really long, big hill. We wanted to see who could outrun who. I tell you what, we both went up that hill just exactly the same. The manual transmission compared to the auto shift, it didn't do any better. So again, would I choose a manual or auto shift? I would choose an auto shift. For one thing, the convenience of not having that stick shift right there by your seat when you get out of your seat and go to your bunk. And, you know, that aspect of it. I mean, regardless if you like to downshift or, I mean, if you like to stick shift, you can't deny the fact that having that little stick right there between your seat is, you know, a cumbersome thing to have. But I personally, it doesn't bother me that it's an auto shift. I guess some people like to have that control and the feeling of having to upshift, downshift. I think it's kind of an emotional thing, and I don't think it's a practical application. Although one thing great about the manual compared to the auto shift is the reverse process. When you back up with a manual transmission, boy, you can really just slide it in there real nice and slow. You can finesse it, you know, you can finesse your backing by sliding your clutch. However, the auto shift is not like a car where if you put it on reverse and let go of the brake, it will back up by itself. On the auto shift of the truck, you have to put a little bit of an accelerator to it, and more than likely, more often than not, it's you end up backing up, or you end up giving too much gas and you'll jerk it backwards, and I bumped the truck in a dock so many times doing that. But you can help that by putting a little bit of gas pedal and then play with your brakes at the same time. You just kind of rev it up a little bit and then tap on your brakes slightly. You could do it that way, but as I said, there's nothing better to back up than a manual transmission. I've seen, you could tell if these trucks are backing up or not in a truck stop, because they end up backing up really fast, real quick, and slow down. Honestly, it's a little bit dangerous. You could end up hitting a truck or hitting something with the auto shift when you're backing up. But driving down the road, I've never had a problem with auto shift. Although there was one time where Blue had to be towed 2 times, I think. And that had a glitch, or a part that was worn down, but that was like 350,000 miles before it did that. That's still a lot of miles. But now that we live in a very high traffic conditions, oh, that didn't do it. I mean, like Chicago, LA, or Atlanta, you can't beat an auto shift, man. I don't need to stick, a manual stick to make me feel like I'm a truck driver. Although I'm not knocking some of you that like that feeling, but it's something that's not a deal breaker for me. Wow, 20-minute video, holy smokies. We'll catch you guys later. Once again, thank you so very much for watching. Thank you for your support. Please share my videos, like, and comment. My family and I are ever grateful. Thank you. Have a good and godly day, everybody. We'll see you in a little bit. Peace.